Hi there makers, I'm Gavin here at Minerva, and today I'm here to introduce you to our very latest sewing kits that we have for you in store, ready to sew up for spring. So we've got 10 new designs for you, 2 patterns featured in those. First of which is the McCall's 8553 denim zip-up dress. It's beautifully on trend, just perfect for those nice spring days, and we have got some lovely options for you on that one. And if you fancy something really stand out, then we've also got the Closet Core Jo dress and jumpsuit, which is quite the showstopper, and I'm sure you're going to love it. Now, our Minerva exclusive kits contain absolutely everything you need to sew any version, any view, any size of the pattern. And what that means is you get everything you need. You get the pattern itself, you get some hand-picked fabric, especially for us, that we know is going to work really well for that pattern. You get all the coordinating thread and notions, so you don't have to worry about matching to the fabric. You don't have to worry about making sure you get the right things that'll work just perfectly for the pattern. And they're completely customizable too. So what that means is if you want to swap out one of the elements, if you want maybe a little bit more fabric, maybe you've already got the pattern so don't need that, you can customize all that before adding it to your basket or afterwards and make the kit exactly what you want it to be. Our kits are a really good option for beginners. They're a fabulous option as gifts for dressmakers, and they're just a super option if you just want to make sure you've got everything you need to sew up a complete garment straight away and you don't have to worry about picking out any extra bits later. So, shall we go and have a look at the patterns we've got in store for you this month? So the first pattern we've got for you in our kits is the McCall's 8553 denim zip-up dress. Now, zip-up denim dresses are such a hot trend for spring 2025, and there's some really great options out there on the market pattern-wise. We've picked this one because we think it is versatile, there's some lovely views there, and we hope you're going to love the kits in it. So in terms of features, obviously the zip-up bodice is like a really key standout, but you've also got a lot of really nice supplementary features that help complement that. So you've got the wide pointed collar, the front bodice has patch pockets, and there's also pockets in the skirt, because who doesn't love a pocket? There's gathers at the shoulder and at the skirts, and there are 3 views in this pattern for you to choose from. So view A is a short sleeve pattern, so it's got these lovely short sleeves finished with a cuff. The second view extends the hem length down to just below kind of like mid-calf length, so it gives you a really kind of graceful silhouette. And then view C takes that longer silhouette but adds longer sleeves finished in a button cuff. So you've got a good few options there to see you through potentially different seasons. You can make them up in different fabrics. What's lovely about this pattern is it's super for light to midweight woven fabrics. So denim is a great choice, but likewise cotton blends, linen, twill, you've got a load of options there. You'll want something with a decent weight to it just to get that kind of puff going on the sleeves, but really there's a fantastic range of options there you can pick from. Now, as always with our kits, you get everything you need to make any size of the pattern, and you can choose which view you like best. With the McCall's pattern, there are 2 size ranges available. So H5 covers sizes 6 to 14, and then the U5 version covers sizes 16 to 24. So when you're choosing your pattern, choosing your kit, there's a little drop-down menu next to the patterns. You can use that to choose the right pattern sizing for you, and then just add the whole kit to your basket. Our second featured pattern this month is the Closet Core Jo dress and jumpsuit. Now, if you're looking for a dress or jumpsuit for a special occasion, something that's really going to make a statement and stand out, this might be the design for you. I think what makes this pattern so interesting is the sculptural croissant sleeves. So they're kind of voluminous, curved sleeves that you get on this pattern, and then that top has a V neckline and is matched with either a skirt or pants, whether you want to make the dress option or the jumpsuit. There are also two options for the sleeves, so you can choose between a longer sleeve with that really kind of exaggerated curve to it, or there's a shorter version that has a slightly less dramatic silhouette, depending on what kind of style you're comfortable with. The bodice is shaped with darts in the front, and there's a comfortable elastic waistband at the back. Both views are finished off with a traditional zip to make it easy to get in and off. So the paper pattern for the Jo dress and jumpsuit covers US sizes 0 to 20, and our kits include everything you need to sew any view within that size range. To create the structure that you need for the Jo dress and to get that shape for the croissant sleeves, you want kind of a stable mid-weight woven fabric, and Closet Core recommend linens, a cotton broadcloth, sateen and chambray. We've got something a little bit different for you, but we'll get to that soon. So let's take a look at what you get inside your McCall's 8553 kits this month. Of course, you get a copy of the McCall's 8553 paper pattern in whichever size you've chosen. We include all the fabric you need in our Minerva core range 280 GSM stretch washed denim. You also get coordinating thread and zip. You get some buttons for the button cuff on the long sleeve version. We've included some interfacing. You also get the jeans needles that you need for good results with our denim. And as an extra special touch this time, we've included a prim zipper pull in a lovely heart shape. We'll put a little close-up for you here so you can see it. With this, it's just a case of removing the zipper pull that comes on your standard zipper and putting this little extra special option in for an additional kind of specialised touch. Now, if that's not something you've done before, we have a full free sew along for you by Diane, and she talks you through every step of making that pattern, including the best way she's found to add that zipper pull on there as well. So in our McCall's kits this time, we've included our Minerva core range 280 GSM stretch washed denim. Now this falls into our medium to heavyweight category, but it's still got a softness to it. It's still going to be comfortable to wear. It's not a stiff fabric. It's made from 48% cotton, 48% polyester and 4% elastane, which is what gives it that little bit of stretch in there. So it has 10% of stretch across the width. So we'd class that as very much a comfort stretch. So it's something that's going to make the fabric more comfortable to wear. It'll just mean that the dress moves with you that little bit more. But what's great about that level of stretch is you can still treat this exactly as you would any other woven fabric. You don't need to use a zigzag stitch with it. You don't need to construct it on an overlocker if you don't have one. You can just use your standard straight stitch and that will be absolutely fine. It just makes it that bit more comfortable and helps to make this just that little bit softer of a fabric. This fabric is 140 centimeters, 55 inches wide, so you've got plenty of fabric to work with. And if you don't like the options we've got for you in the kit, there are 17 different colours in this fabric range. So if your style goes a slightly different way, we've got different options so you can customise your kit and pick one that maybe suits you better. So in terms of the 5 kits that we've got for you this month, we have picked this beautiful cornflower blue, which is the one we've used for our sample here as well. We think this is just such a lovely tone. It's perfect for getting that designer look. It shows off the silver elements beautifully in the zip and zipper pull, and it's just such a classic colour that will work pretty much all year round. If you want something a little bit deeper and darker than that, we also have our navy blue version. And this, again, navy is an absolute classic. It works with virtually any colour. It works for most skin tones, so it's just a lovely option. And if you want to do, say, a longer version, maybe with longer sleeves for maybe cooler months, this is a great option then as well that will see you through into autumn and winter if you like. Next up, we've got this gorgeous khaki green version. I think this is such a lovely colourway. It's got a kind of deep foresty vibe to it, but you can really see up close that diagonal twill denim weave to it. The white of the threads comes through there as well, and it's just a lovely option. If you want something with a little bit of a warmer tone, we have this beautiful Bordeaux version for you, which again, it's just a lovely colour. It's got a brightness, a warmth to it. That's going to suit different skin tones. It's going to suit different hair colours. If you like that slightly warmer vibe, then that's a lovely option as an alternative to the blues. And then finally, as a classic alternative, you can't go wrong with a little bit of black. So we've got this beautiful black option. I mean, how good are those silver elements going to stand out across that? That's a lovely option, but like I said, there are 17 different options in the Minerva core range stretch washed denim. So if you fancy something a little different, we've got some other options on there for you too. So next up, let's take a look at what you get inside our Closet Core Jo dress and jumpsuit kits. First up, you get a copy of the pattern itself, and naturally you get everything you need to make the pattern. So in terms of fabric for this one, we've picked out 5 beautiful and very bold designs from our Minerva exclusive Crepeback Satin range. Our Crepeback Satin, it's a 200 GSM non-stretch woven fabric, so that puts it into our medium weight category. It's got a beautiful drape to it, but thanks to that weight, it's got a bit more body than, say, a charmeuse silky satin, which is what you need to help create the drama in the croissant sleeves of the Closet Core Jo. Also, because it's a satin fabric, you get that beautiful sheen to it, which I think if you want to make a Jo dress or jumpsuit for a special occasion, maybe for a party, maybe for a wedding, then this is going to give you that sense of luxury, that sense you've created something really special. Now, in addition to the fabric, one of the real standout factors of the Jo design is bias seam finishes along the edges down the front, as you can see from our insert image here. So we've picked out different shades of bias binding that will complement each of the designs in our kits. A lot of them will be with black, but we've also got some cream for a beautiful standout. We'll show you all those when we get to the fabrics. So in addition to those, you get elastic for the back waistband, you get hook and eye, there's a zip for the back fastening, you get your interfacing, we've provided coordinating thread for the main fabric and also different for the bias binding on a couple of the designs, and we've paired up this pattern with our Sharps 80 gauge needles, which will get you a good result with our Crepeback Satin. So let's take a look at the 5 designs that we've got for you this time. The first, which I've already given you a brief preview of, is our beautiful plentiful paints design. Now, if you love colour and you love richness, this is an opulent print to say the least. It's got a deep black background to it, but across that you've got this array of almost like paint strokes in a whole load of beautiful jewel tones. So you've got some indigo, some violet, there's some rich emeralds in there, there's some lovely reds, burnt orange. It's just a gorgeous array of colours. And that's really going to create something really stand out. Now you'll see Sewing Byrdie has made this for us, and it looks absolutely gorgeous in the version she's made up. Now we've paired that one with our black bias binding, and we think it's a gorgeous combination. Now the second of our designs, this one is called Waikiki Wanderlust, and this is a gorgeous, much smaller scale design. So this is almost like tiny pebbles and little flowers across a white and sandy gold background. So those little flowers are a little coral orange, and it creates almost a kind of micro animal print vibe to it, but it's a really beautiful option if you prefer maybe a smaller scale design. So Barry Kenmare has sewn this one up for us, and we've paired it up with the black bias binding, and again it's just a lovely combo and something that's going to make a Jo dress or jumpsuit that's got a real standout factor to it. Now the third of the designs we've picked this time is this gorgeous butterfly fancy print. Now this one has a rich kind of deep purple backgrounds to it, and across that are these luscious little butterfly, slightly abstract butterfly designs in pinks and almost a minty green. It gives a certain movement to it which I think works really well with this satin fabric, with the shape of the design, and we've paired this one up with our dark navy bias binding for a slightly different touch, but it goes so really nicely with it as well. Next up, and this one is particularly bold, this is our Harlequin leaves print. Now this is a larger scale, very bold design that's got real kind of graphic geometric elements to it. There's like monstera leaves in there as well, and such a lovely range of colours. This one is on a black background, and you've got violet, pink, blue, grey, turquoise. There's lots of colours going on there, lots of shapes, and this is something that you're going to make an impact in this. And two sewing sisters have sewn this one up for us as the jumpsuit, and it looks fantastic. Again, we've paired this one up with the black bias binding to really pick out the black elements in the background of the design. Lastly, something a little bit different for you. This is our Verdant Ferns design. This is a beautiful, slightly greeny cream background with a gorgeous illustration of leaves, ferns. It's got a gorgeous botanical kind of vibe to it. I think it's super for spring and summer. If you're going to a summer wedding, that would be quite the statement. And we've paired this one up with our cream bias binding for a slightly different look to it. And Maker Baker Girl has sewn this one up, and it looks stunning. It's such a fantastic design, and you can really see the shape of those croissant sleeves in that. So those are all the different options we've got for you in our brand new kits this month. We would love to hear which is your favourite pattern. Maybe you've sewn up one of these already. If not, which of these kits do you like the most, or any of these fabrics you're really drawn to? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear about it. We love to see what you've made up in our kits, maybe what you've made up in either of these patterns already. It's completely free to sign up for an account at Minerva and free to share your views, get involved in the conversation. We'd love to see what you've been making. Now, as always, we will tag the patterns and the fabric featured in these kits below. We'll also put in links in there to all the kit pages where you can find out more information and, more importantly, purchase the kits. Also, we'll put in details of where you can find the sew-alongs for each of these kits. And as always, with all Minerva sewing kits, we have full free sew-alongs, so whether you're interested in the kits we've had this month or maybe some previous ones, there's always a sew-along there to help you make sure you can turn your kit into reality. We offer worldwide shipping across everything you buy at Minerva, and we can ship out to you wherever you are in the world. And don't forget, we've also got our Minerva Craft Club, which you can sign up to in order to get 10% off absolutely everything you spend at Minerva for the next 12 months. In case you're interested, today I am wearing the Love Notions men's Bandcamp shirt, and I've sewn this up in our Minerva exclusive Surreal Spots linen viscose fabric, and also a Mind the Maker viscose crepe. If you did enjoy this video, do give us a like below. We'd love to hear what you think of it, maybe what kind of kits you'd like to see in the future. Make sure you're following Minerva as well so that you don't miss out on any of our latest videos and all our brand new releases. So happy sewing, and I hope to see you again soon.